Disclaimer, there's gonna be flashing text and sometimes images and stuff. This is also a more humorous video. Chapter 14, The Fire Below. What this chapter taught me is to never, ever, ever trust volcanologists. If one invites you to see the insides of a totally legit, totally non-active volcano, and they pinky promise that it's not going to combust at least like a few days from now, don't do it. Their folly is going to be your demise. And then the chapter also talked about earthquakes and stuff and how they come in different scales, and just because something is a higher or lower scale doesn't mean it'll do more damage or less. It's entirely situational depending on like what the surrounding area is like and how close to the surface the earthquake is. It's also entirely situational depending on like the tectonic plates, like Tokyo for example. It's positioned like right on top. There's 3 tectonic plates there, and when the book came out there was barely any activity, but like looking up now, since the book came out in 2003, yeah, like it did eventually implode in 2011 with a scale of 9.0. Chapter 17, Into the Troposphere, but only like a bit of it though. So surprisingly, our atmosphere is not the thickest compared to the rest of our planets and the rest of space, which is kind of concerning when our atmosphere also doubles as our shield and buffer from space dangers, such as deadly sun lasers and the homicidal raindrops who want your flesh specifically, you. Our atmosphere is 4 layers. We have the, like, as mentioned before, the troposphere, and the stratosphere, the mesosphere, and then the thermosphere. Everything you know and love, or hate, that's living, exists in the lower regions of the troposphere. That's where shit's habitable for us. You, me, and him can breathe the air around us without much of a hassle, but the further up we go, the bigger hassle it gets. I just noticed what the time is, and it's like midnight, so I have to be quiet. Sadly, our bodies yearn for the ground and not the sky above us. So unreasonably, the farther up you go, the more your spirit wants to leave your body. All of your bodily functions are gonna work against you to distract you from your main goal of getting higher up, by employing foolish tricks like making you choke on your entire mucus lining of your larynx, as a last-ditch effort to get you to get distracted, and so you fall off the mountain and back to your natural state of elevation. Just don't fall for it. Just don't fall for it. Just don't fall down. Keep going up. You got this. Don't listen to the body. Listen to the voices in your head. If those old grannies can do it, so can you. Just rapidly gain the ability to handle high altitudes better. It's quite frankly just a skill issue. Just get over it. On another note, the further up we go, the colder it gets, but also sometimes it's depending on the layer and the time of day and the sun and stuff. But the reason it gets colder is because there's like less molecules in the air, and since there's less of them, they can't bump into each other as frequently, making things colder. But I like to imagine in my head that if there was more molecules and somebody tried like throwing something way far up in the air, it would like set on fire like a match on a matchbox, just like psh, It is now 12. I can speak in my normal voice instead of whispering. I'm actually gonna jump to a previous chapter because I misremembered, and chapter 16, 16 is the one that I actually wanted to talk about, and not 18. And one of the primary reasons I wanted to talk about this chapter is because of Haldane. There's just something so intriguing and fascinating, and those are the same thing, but whatever, about Haldane. He's so crazy, but I kind of respect his commitment, and also his like oddly nonchalant way of doing horrible experiments to himself and others willingly. He's just so casual about it. Like, he must have had some magical way with his words to have convinced so many people. Like a verbal Medusa, the siren.
Ho, 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 don't mind her. She'll be tip-top shape and ready to serve us tea. Say, how would you like to experience your lungs collapsing in a tube? For the name of science and those poor divers, of course. Please enter the ominous pressure chamber, and fair warning, screaming does absolutely nothing for you, as our ominous pressure chamber is completely soundproof. So please, if you wish to communicate with us, press your face up against the glass and make a over-exaggerated frown to communicate your displeasure to us. Oh, sounds like a splendid idea.
That mental image is just peak. I love it. And not to discredit his efforts and stuff, because these experiments were very important in finding out why pressure is lethal and how to figure out the bends and what have you. I just think the way he went about it is really, really amusing. And yeah, that's about it. I didn't thoroughly go through every chapter, but I thought this was a fun way to talk about specific parts in each chapter that stuck out to me. Maybe not the most educational, sciencey way, but I tend to gravitate towards whatever amuses me the most. And I hope you were at least somewhat amused. Yeah, that's my project. Bye-bye.